and Beth Schuler's on, and I don't get to watch Beth too many times. She's doing a paint along of a tree, a silhouette of a tree in the background, and I had started this thinking that I was live, but I wasn't. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up of where I'm at. She's a little bit ahead of me here, but she has done a dark background, and she did white splatter on it, and now she's painting swirls around in here, and I've kind of got the swirls, but my page is still kind of wet. So I am going to paint along with Beth. She has uploaded the picture that she's, the reference photo that she's painting from on her group, if you're a member of her group. If you're not a member of her group, well, I guess you can kind of wait and see what we arrive at. Now she's doing a kind of a bluish white background in here, and I've got to make sure that I'm live, and I am live. And I think I want a little bit more brighter blue on my page, although the splatter will show up. But I think I put my earbuds in and I hear her and I can't hear me talking to you. So I'm just going to paint along with her. I'm working in my art game book. I've had a really busy week, so I haven't got to watch too many of the live streams. Oh, I'm liking that. And I'm just gonna let it kind of swish out this way. And I do want some. Now, what I did was I used a black with the blue, and it kind of turned it gray, and I don't want a gray. So I'm going to swish just a teeny bit more black out here to get a darker color in the background in here. And maybe, now she's working in a book that she's painting in, and her ground is ice, a snowy field. But I don't have that, so I'm going to leave mine as silhouette. Now, at this point, I believe she's put splatter on her page. So I'm going to do that. Some water. Let's see. And I am using, well, let's go through the colors. I've got buttermilk. I think she used white. I have buttermilk, yellow, a bit of red, and she used teal, and I might have to mix my teal with green and the blues. Green and blue. Green and blue might make me a nice teal. But right now I'm going to do some buttermilk splatter. And I'm just going to put a little of it in my pan here. And I don't need much. I probably have too much. But let's do some splatter on the background. The splatter is for the stars. And let's see. Let's just use this. And let's knock it with, now I've got a dirty brush here. Let's get a brush to knock it off with. There it comes. Ooh, got it. But that we'll work that in. We'll work those big plots in. And she does come in again with her larger brush. And I need to clean my brushes. And she does a sort of a moon shape in here. And I'm just going to use what I squeezed in there. A round shape, and that's what I said that this will, I'm just going to kind of pounce on this. She's got a snowy background, so I guess that could be considered a snowy field, perhaps. She's using what she had in the page, and this really needs to be. My paintbrush is peeling off on me because I leave it in the water too much. Yep, that's what happens. So I'm just kind of, and I'm just using what's left in here to And let's throw all these brushes in the water. And I'm going to blot this because I don't really like it so wet. Now, let's see what you guys are seeing. I'm up with her. Now you're seeing it pretty good. I'm pretty much liking it except for this spot in here. Let's get rid of that. Let's give this a dry. I've got so many cords. I've got my earbuds out and my tablet's plugged in and my heat gun's plugged in and my phone is plugged in. And it really, I've got to find a better setup here for my tools. My heat gun's not. There, that's much better. I find that it takes splatter a little time to dry because it's kind of like a wet dot. And she's doing a dry right now. And she's got more of a white moon showing in here. I might have to go back in with white in the center. My white sort of blended in. My moon is going to be a buttermilk moon. A buttermilk moon. Okay, and I'm looking at her page and her stars are not as vivid, so I'm going to kind of blot my stars off a little and let them fall into the background. Yeah, just like that. And let's shake this. I don't think I had it too much. And that's kind of wet. Let's put it down in there. And oops, got my ruler poking out on the tray here. I want to clean my brush. My brushes get very yucky. Yeah, they do. Okay, now let's put in this swirly moon in here. And I think I want it brightest in the center. Kind of fading out in the side here. Let's take a little of the blue if I can. Kind of haze it out here. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I like that. Now she's busy painting in the silhouette of the tree. So I'm going to do that with this little brush, and she is using a black. So I'm going to follow what she's doing. I did download the picture. Let me look at the picture. I know what she's working on, so let me. Now, yeah, let's go look at the picture. Yeah. Okay, now I got both her and the picture up, so she's putting, it would help if I put the brush in out there. She's putting in the silhouette of the trees. They're calling it a heart tree. So it kind of comes down like this. And like that. And up in here. Now I think I'm going to have to dry this a bit more because that is still wet in there and I noticed it in there. So give me a minute to dry. Yeah. untwist my cords here so that I can get to my... So I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to let it play out, and then I'm doing unlisted right now, I hope. And then I will let it process and then post it. I am going to try to come on live in the morning. We shall see if I make it. Tomorrow is Friday. I did not make my live stream this morning. I was tired. I had a full day Wednesday. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Make sure you guys can still see. And I believe you can. I don't get to play along with Beth as often as I would like. But she comes on right at our supper time, and we kind of skipped our supper tonight. Neither one of us were that hungry. I want that to come out a little more. So I thought, well, I'll play along with Beth. My brother had the TV on, so I kind of had to wait till Wheel of Fortune was over before I started filming. Yeah, let's see, like this. And there's another one that comes over this way, off over this way, and down. And it actually comes down. And has a little piece going out this way. This is a very, I'm not sure what to call it, a very, not whimsical. It's not really the style that I work in. It's very, I want to say magical, but yeah. See if I can get a decent looking heart here. Now, Beth did some felting earlier, and maybe tomorrow I will hunt out my felt pieces. I haven't watched what she's been doing on felting because, like I said, I haven't had a chance to watch much of anybody. But Beth was one of the people who got me, and Lisa Conway too. Lisa more was spinning, but I'm going to take some of that felting, that wool that Lisa sent, and felt it, I believe. But if you haven't watched Beth's felting, and another person that does beautiful felting is Sharon Lombard, for those of you that know Sharon. And a lot of the gals in our group do know her. Now let's see, we've got a piece coming down like this, and up like that, and down into here. Sort of like that. Now, on the reference photo, this area that we have as white is very dark. So I'm going to use up the rest of my black paint by just painting in some dark shadows, maybe in here, and let the white kind of assume as light hitting rocks or ground. Or maybe even trees. Yeah, we could do trees. In the background in here. Just let it go. Something like this. Now, I was listening to Beth prior to my filming here, but I'm watching what she's doing, but I have really turned off the sound because I can't talk to you and hear her in my other ear at the same time. I'm liking that. It's very simple. Let's put in some more, maybe just little landscape trees in here. Maybe some way off in the distance here. I'll let that come out like so. Yeah, I'm liking it now. I'm just going to take the rest of my black and blacken in the, let's just use it up. Now, Beth has not started on the last piece of this, but I think I will because I don't want this video to go on forever and ever. So, and that is, there's little white, yellow lights in here. So let me wash off my brush. Here, get it nice and clean because I am going to use yellow, and if I don't get the black off of this, it'll gray it out. So yeah, I've had a busy day yesterday. I was gone all day yesterday, and I came home and I was tired. I slept good last night. I slept all through my I slept through my stream this morning. I'm going to take this piece of wax paper from underneath and just fold it like this. And let that paint smoosh in there. And I'm going to take this one and fold it because it's kind of getting in my way. And I no longer need this. Let's put it all over there. And we want the yellow and the white. And these other paints, I don't know if you can see them. They're up here above me. I'm just going to kind of push them over to one side. So I get the paint plug out of here. I tend to want to use my wastebasket as a table. There's some yellow and some, this is buttermilk, but I'm calling it a white. And I'm just going to dap my brush in there, and they have these little lights on here, almost like little fireflies. And they're just all over the place here. They're especially on here. The darker yellow ones are in here, so you can see a little bit more. See them a little better. Now, this is not something I would paint on my own. I go for more the vintagey stuff. This is more fairyland to me, which is okay. I'm all right with it, but it's just nothing that, and why it's also good for me to follow along with Beth when she does this stuff, because she does art that I probably wouldn't do on my own. And that's not saying anything about Beth. It just means that it brings me out of my rabbit hole. I get comfy in there. And they're just, these little lights are all over the place. And I'm probably putting more on there than I'm seeing, because, well, if you're going to have lights, let's have lights. Let's have them in here. Yeah, put some down in here. Let them come down to the bottom, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm done. I don't want too many. So I'm going to call that done. I'm liking it. Now I guess I need to sign it. I'm going to use my white pen to sign it. So I think today is the 21st. So I'm just going to write Mary here. That's Abrams. 1/21/20. I know what it says. I'll go back over it with black after it dries. Now, you know what I'm really wanting on here is a border. But how do you close in the sky? I'm not going to put a border on there. I lost Beth. I lost Beth. I lost something. Let's see if I'm still going. Yeah, I'm still going. So I'm very happy with this. Now I have some leftover paint. Do I have my... Let's see if I can get to it. No, I can't get to it. Usually I'll take that paint and put it in my crack-a-lackin' journal, but my crack-a-lackin' journal is not close by. So I'll just take this paint and discreetly toss it. Yeah. Towels here. I'll just let you sit and look at the... Well, I straighten up things here. On my cart, everything wants to fall when I move my cart. Let's put my paint away. I am practicing putting things away after I art so that I can find them again. I find it's much easier. Sometimes on this paint, I try to put them back in the same color families, but sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't always get them back in the same color families. There is red and blues and greens and yellows. yellow over here, blue there, and yellow up there. Okay, put my pen over here. I lost Beth. I don't know what happened to her. There she is. I'll wash out my brushes. I probably should wash my brushes before I stream tomorrow morning, if I stream tomorrow morning. So, there is my finished picture. Beth is still going. She's still putting in, she's working on this area here. She's put in her little yellow spots. And she's got kind of a white background here that was originally part of the book, and her book page was blue. She's working on a book page. So, but I'm just working in my game book, my game art journal that I do art games, pick tens, and that type of thing. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page. Bye for now.